Today let's talk about Donald Trump's case today. We're gonna talk about his case that is regarding the ABC News. Over the weekend, we learned that ABC News had settled defamation lawsuits with Trump for $50 million. The lawsuit alleged that ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos has defamed Donald Trump when he misspoke several times during an interview and said that jury had found Trump liable for when it actually found him liable for sexual abuse, but he actually talked about the rape. So it's worth noting the judge in that very case clarified that the jury's verdict did not mean that Trump's accuser failed to prove that Mr. Trump raped her. As many people commonly understand the word rape, but it's hard to imagine that Donald Trump brought that lawsuit because he really cared about the legal distinctions. Trump likely brought that lawsuit as part of a campaign to silence his critics and to keep controversy at, and that campaign is uh, retching up over the word because I was going to win Iowa by 20 points. That was uh, the news from there, and it was their parents talking about Des Moines, and it was their parents. We will probably be filing a major lawsuit against them today or tomorrow. This is the latest news. The newspaper said that the Donald Trump was threatening this that Des Moines Register, the paper of record for the state of Iowa. The pollster Trump mentioned his veterans pollster and Selzer, who published a poll in the final week before the elections showing Donald Trump behind in reliably red state. Last night, Trump made good on his threat and officially filed suit against the Des Moines Register and Selzer for publishing that poll. Now, the suit was brought not as a defamation case but as an alleged violation for Iowa's consumer fraud protection laws. So the register poll in question was spectacularly wrong, as a number of polls in the elections were, and Trump went on to win Iowa by 13 points, which was actually a wider margin than his victory in 2020 and in 2016. But Trump's allegation here is that the poll was somehow manipulated to make him look bad, and that allegation appears completely unfounded. So, this is the news that I wanted to share. This is like very important to discuss here. And meanwhile, we can also talk about more details about this situation, where we have more news regarding this that we can talk right now. So it is hard to imagine how that claim will stand up in court. But that may not actually be the point here. A legal battle with Trump is going to be likely very costly for the Des Moines Register at a time when the paper doesn't have considerable resources with which to fight the Des Moines Register's parent company. Janet is the largest paper publisher in America, but it has been losing money at a steady clip for the last few years. So this was the thing I wanted to share. Again, it lost more than 19 million in the third quarter of the year alone, and to understand how the paper found itself in such a vulnerable financial position. You have to look past Donald Trump, and you need to look at the man who was standing next to Trump at that same press conference. So, do you see him in the picture? Because in the documentary they've shown the picture. So the reason Trump called that press conference in the first place was to celebrate, suppose, 100 billion US investment from a company called SoftBank, and that company is headed by a CEO, a man named Masayoshi Son, who is known to the business community simply as Moso. So these are the few ways. It's a very like yesterday's news. Muscle is the 51st richest billionaire in the world, according to Forbes, which has called Mosso one of the world's most powerful people from 2019 until 2021. His company owned the Des Moines Registers parent company. So this is a news. Let's see what's gonna happen next. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and we can talk more about it.